Division I rivalry right down the street. I think we're going to be in for one heck of a game tonight, Paul.
Well, already we're 1 minute and a half into the first quarter here, and obviously it's been a real barn burner of the game so far. Indian Hill's pressing it up toward his attackman. You got Sean Chamberlain here looking for a man. He passes it off to his number 1 man. That's a goal by Will Balmer already. And we're only 2 minutes into this one, and Indian Hill jumps off to a 1-0 lead. Bobby.
It's right there. It's a beautiful goal. Textbook.
Yep. We talked to Sean Chamberlain before the game, and we talked about some keys to this game, and he said the biggest thing is just getting the ground balls, the hustle plays, of course winning the face-off, and the transition offense, which you just saw right there as Sean Chamberlain picks up the key assist. And already Indian Hill jumps off to a 1-0 lead. Bobby Schmidt.
Well, I mean, you got Cole Kuzner taking the face-offs. I mean, he's second to none. I mean, you won't see him lose too many tonight. I mean, he's really got it down.
He's also going with the high socks, it looks like.
Yeah, it's a little cool out there tonight, Paul. I think a lot of the guys have bundled up a little bit, you know.
It's a cool, crisp April night. As we're joined along here, we have, once again, Sean Chamberlain up top, passes to Matt McCaw. Indian Hill looks to be setting up a play here. Matt McCaw passes around, finds Eddie Ferrugia across the middle.
Eddie Ferrugia.
Moeller passes it up, and they're in their transition offense. It looks like Scott Maurer got beat. Passes it up. Oh, shot fired high by Moeller's number 25. That's going to be Drew Newman, a sophomore sensation for this Moeller team. He had an open shot. He just fired a little high. That could be pregame nerves. Once again, another pass inside of the crease taken away by Indian Hill. Indian Hill advances it up. It looks like it's going to be.
That's Alex Cole.
That's Alex Cole. The speed.
Nice move. Nice move. Over to Sean Chamberlain.
He's got a man
Eddie
across
Ferrugia.
the middle. Ferrugia.
Got the face Much better than that.
1, 2, 3 passing, efficient, and they got the job done.
That is how you do it, Paul.
Yeah, that's exactly how you do it.
These guys have been working together. I mean, all summer. You know, they're working in the winter. They got it going on.
Well, just like that, we got a 2-0 Indian Hill lead here. Indian Hill's on the smiling side of the scoreboard here. And it looks like it's going to be David Kariakis taking on the face-off for Indian Hill.
Little different look by the Braves.
Trying to mix it up as they've got several new faces out there. Adam Tolliver right now in the bottom of the dog pile there.
It's good to see Adam back.
Adam, of course, had a leave of stay from the team. But this Indian Hill team's glad to have him back. That, once again, taken away by Alex Cole.
Another nice play by Alex Cole.
He scoops it up.
Another
he
nice
passes
move.
it off to, intercepted by a Moeller player. And it looks like Adam Tolliver tripped up the Moeller player there on the play, and that's going to be a foul. Moeller's number 21, Mark Lang, had a nice aggressive attempt at that one. So that was a good play for Moeller, as they're looking to try to get something going here early on, as Indian Hill already has, with a 2-0 lead.
How about this field, Paul?
I tell you what, Bob, you know, it's brand spanking new. If you can't tell, it's first game it's been played on. This Indian Hill team's been practicing on it for 3 or 4 times, and it looks like grass from up top, but deep down inside it feels like grass, plays like grass, but you don't have to treat it like grass, which is the good thing,
Yeah, it just doesn't get much nicer than this. We had a few difficulties, but what a beautiful night and a perfect game to start out on this
cool, crisp
field.
April night, Bobby.
Christen the field, if you will.
Oh, yes. Moeller's number 25 here. Drew Newman, the sophomore sensation, which we mentioned before. Moeller's trying to set up a play here. And Indian Hill's playing aggressive defense. Looks like they're going to go for a shot on goal here, and it's going to be wide as it's taken away by Chris Stokely. Deflected
Good
that
hustle
one.
by Chris Stokely to get the out of bounds.
Key note on Chris Stokely is he's probably one of the more intense players in this Indian Hill team. You see him, especially for a goalie, he's out there. He's fired up before every game.
Oh, I definitely think that the Braves feed off of his fuel and his energy that he brings every time that they have a game.
Looks like Ross Bexham a little frustrated with himself there because he couldn't bring that ground ball in, which was one of Sean Chamberlain's keys to the game, was bringing that one in, bringing all the ground balls in. But it looks like nonetheless it's going to retain with the Braves' possession. Now, as many people might not know, this Moeller team is the Moeller school itself is on spring break. So yet Moeller still brings a strong cheering section, although they lack most of the Mo Maniacs themselves. looks like they still have a strong showing.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're doing too bad, spring break and all.
Matt McCaw here just slices through this Moeller defense.
He
passes up to Scott Maurer, who gets a nice check there, and
he caught a licking walking across that crease area.
He sure did, and deflected his shot just enough to miss. Indian Hill retains possession up the top, and they're going to try to start something over.
Cole Kuzno takes a look.
And they're going to be called for, it looks like some type of penalty of some sort.
Change of possession of some
sort. Yeah, it looks
sort.
like it's going to be Moeller's.
Grant Windmeyer bringing the ball down. Oh, we got a flag down.
We get a flag here down. At the next dead ball, they're going to, yeah, here it is. Called a, I can't see from here, Bobby. Do you see what that call was?
I can't make out the call.
He's calling a technical foul here. Is that two shots in the ball, or what?
Indian Hill will be a man down.
Looks like Indian Hill's going to be a man down. So already Moeller's get a chance to come back here from this 2-0 Indian Hill lead with 7:15 left in the first quarter of play.
And if you're the Braves, you don't want to give Moeller too many opportunities like this.
Well, this game, no doubt about it, is for the city championship, as both these teams are obviously the strongest in the city, as St. X has had its troubles this year. Oh, another shot on goal by
a little
Moeller.
high.
He fired it a little high there. It looks like he, if the goal was maybe 10 feet higher, he might be in luck. But unfortunately, they can't change the rules for one guy.
Yeah. Got to bring that goal down a little bit.
And another shot on goal here. He flings it. Oh, and it's deflected by the Indian Hill defender.
Deflected by, looked like Scott Maurer.
Looks like Scott Maurer got his wings up there.
It was a nice play by Scott.
Oh, a cut man back in. That's going to be a goal for Moeller. Looks like
Moeller.
number 10 on Moeller, David Starvaghi, an announcer's nightmare. I'm sure that's an Italian background. But looks like he made a nice play on that one, and he was the cut man on that play. And
that was
Moeller,
a nice play. Did a good job
Moeller,
of getting open, and he connected.
Yes, and just like that, Moeller cuts the deficit to 1 with a nice play across the middle. And just like that, we got a ball game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 2-1. That's a tough one to defend, Paul. They ran the play well.
Especially on this turf. You see a lot more bounce shots on this turf to take advantage of it.
Oh, the advantage definitely goes to the offense. I mean,
Cole Kuzno passes to Eddie Ferrugia. He looks to try to set something up here and calm down this team.
Eddie looking. Still working.
He's going to.
Neil Wonder is defending Eddie.
Double
over
team.
Cole Kuzno.
Cole Kuzno looks to get a shot on goal, but he's going to take it back. And
now, nice cut by Cole. Oh,
he gets double teamed here. Moeller playing very aggressive defense.
Good defense.
They're looking to pass it up. They're in their transition offense. It's going to be Moeller's midi coming across the field. He passes up Adam Tulliver. It looks like they're going to try to slow things down here a little bit, though.
Oh.
As a missed attempt by Alex Cole. Moeller passes it up. They got a cut man coming across. Moeller's going to try to slow things down here. Now, Bob, when you see a midi running across downfield like that, not all viewers are familiar with the game of lacrosse. The middies are the only ones that are allowed to travel the entire field. If I'm
that is correct, Paul. The middies are allowed to go sideline to sideline, baseline to baseline. They're allowed to move anywhere on the field. However, the attack men have a restriction line, as do the defense men.
And that is that's very strictly enforced.
Yes, it is.
This game is it's definitely a rule. And here's Moeller's guy, number 10, David Stavargi, who scored their first goal. He's got the ball right now, and he's trying to make something happen here. As Indian Hill's playing very aggressive defense, as we've mentioned.
Yeah, I mean,
they're not joking around. They're trying to get in there and trying to get this ball away from this Moeller team. And they're restless right now. Both these teams are very juiced.
Jeff Lang trying to figure out how to break the defense of Cole Kuzno. Cole playing very good defense.
There's a loose ball around. Indian Hill doesn't realize it. Scrubbage for the ball. It's going to be Ross Beckstrom chasing forward.
Number 5, Ross Beckstrom made a good attempt at it, but couldn't
Moeller
come up
driving
with
down on offense. The pass across the middle. Oh, and it's missed by number 12 of Moeller. James Hunter had a chance at it. Now it's going to be Adam Tolliver. He passes it up. He passes it up to Cole Kuzno, but it looks like a foul is going to be whistled on Moeller's number. Looks like it's going to be on either number 12 or number 30 of Moeller. I think they're going to call that on number 12, James Hunter. It's going to be a technical foul. And
again, earlier, Paul, we commented, you're not going to be able to make mistakes like that and win a game of this magnitude.
Sure. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Paul Nyhart, joined alongside Bobby Schmidt here. We're at brand spanking new turf at Tomahawk Stadium. With 4:30 left in the first quarter, the Braves lead Moeller 2-1.
Ladies and gentlemen, you almost have to be here to understand this field's beauty. I mean, it is truly a work of art. It is
Matt
something else.
McCaw totally gets taken down on the play, and it looks like these number
Number
five.
5, Chris Walsh, and decided to take a little cheap one there,
He
trying
thought
to
he
pick
was-
on Matt.
He took him down Greco-Roman wrestling style there, and that's just not gonna fly in this sport.
Don't let Matt deceive you with his size. I mean, he can pack a punch.
He's gonna get 1 minute in the penalty box there. And he'll
It
be
looks
joined by his fellow Moeller teammates. So right now, Indian Hill's going to be up 2 men here.
Yeah, that's Joe Thomas and Chris Walsh you have in the penalty box right now. That's definitely an advantage for Indian Hill.
Indian Hill passing it around behind the goal.
Cole looks.
Here comes Sean Chamberlain across the middle.
Oh!
Matt
McCaw,
He
wow.
got the job done. He cut across the
Wow.
middle, picked that ball up, and fired that thing in there. He knew what to do with it.
I mean, he got that cheap shot. He got fouled, and he turned right around.
That's just
I told you, he can pack a punch. Don't
that
let
was
his
just
size
textbook.
throw you
We
off.
saw
That was.
that first goal we saw was just 1-2-3 passing, and that goal was no different as he passed it in and just totally did his job there.
That
You know
was
what I
truly
mean?
something else. And the assist by Sean Chamberlain.
His second of the day, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you're going to hear his name quite a few times tonight. A game like this, he loves to play.
Sean Chamberlain, just the probably the star of this Indian Hill team. We hate to say star because this is a team. But
What a
he'll be
story
attending
he
Stony
is.
Brook next year. That's right. Here comes David Kiriakis. He passes it off to the aforementioned Sean Chamberlain, who passes it up
To Adam
Tolliver.
Tolliver.
He's got an open shot. He fights
Adam
off a
Tolliver
couple
doing
of
a nice
main
job of
blocks.
staying up.
Oh, nice pass by Eddie Ferrugia that just skipped by David Kiriakis, but is recovered.
Good hustle by Chamberlain to get out there
Sean
and get the
Chamberlain.
ball.
He flings a shot in that's
Oh.
deflected off a Moeller player, and it'll go wide right of the goal.
He sank one of those on Friday night against Hilliard Davidson. Beauty.
And speaking of good stories, here's Danny Johnson, number 18, Mighty Mouse out
Freshman
there.
sensation.
Freshman sensation, Diaper Dandy, who's out there. Size doesn't matter to him. It's just all about powder.
He's something else. I talked to Gavin Chamberlain, the head coach, Sean's older brother, and he had nothing but good things to say about Danny, his work ethic, his hustle. He said he's going to be a great player in years to come.
And on that note, Indian Hill takes a timeout. With 3:15 left in the first quarter, Indian Hill has a 3-1 lead over powerhouse Moeller. During these messages, we'd just like to thank ICRC, the Indian Community Cable Regulatory Commission, who plays back these tapes in over 31 communities,
Wow.
ranging from Indian Hill to Sycamore to Sims Township to Goshen.
And what a great job they do. I mean,
A fine job. And we'd also like to thank the Indian Hill Boosters, who provide all the Indian Hill equipment. And, without them, we'd not be here. So,
and they had played a huge role in getting this wonderful field that we have here now.
as we say that, the Moeller crowd begins to file in. And it looks like this is having all the features of a fantastic matchup.
Yeah, it's the crosstown showdown. Moeller right down the road. You're gonna get a pretty full house here tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Might bring in a few more. I think the cold might be scaring a few of them away, but.
And we're back to action here. Loose ball. It looks like Adam Tolliver is going to try to
Tolliver
come up
puts
with
it
it.
up.
He gets set from behind. It's difficult to come with. We got a mad scurry for the ball here. Who's going to end up with it? Looks like it's going to be
Number 7, Ryan Bartell.
Ryan Bartell of Indian Hill. He passes it up to Matt McCaw. Matt McCaw shakes his man off, and he's looking to pass it
over to
upfield.
Kuzno. Cole coming up top. Oh,
We got a flag here. The call's going to be against Indian Hill's Adam Tolliver. It's going to be a technical foul. It looks like he's going to have to sit this one out for a period of time.
Or maybe not, Paul. It looks like it's on Moeller.
Okay, so it's going to be on the Crusaders then.
It is indeed on Moeller.
It's going to be number 26, Alex Urban. However, Adam Tolliver does come out of the game to get a quick blow.
Interesting call by the officials there, wouldn't you say, Paul?
Yeah, it looks like at first Adam Tolliver was a little discombobulated by the call, and he just didn't have anything to do with it. Looks like
a little frustrated by the call.
Did, it behoove him to get off the field as quickly as possible before the ref changes his mind and tries to give him the tech. Nonetheless, Indian Hill's swinging around here. They got Eddie Ferrugia on the right wing.
Over to Matt McCall.
Cut
Sean
man.
Chamberlain.
Oh, he tried a wrist shot
on the back. We've seen him do that too many times.
A lot of people might think that's a careless or restless shot, but not for Sean. He's made that shot before.
For Sean, that is not a bad shot selection.
Danny Johnson behind the goal. Shot fired by Matt McCall. Just shot wide.
Good hustle by Eddie Ferrugia to keep the Braves ball. Eddie brings the ball in.
Eddie Ferrugia looking for a man to pass it up to. Indian Hill taking their time here. They got a 3-1 lead, so they don't need to rush things. Cole Cousineau up top.
He's looking for something inside. Pass off to Matt McCall. Matt's going to bring it back up top, throw it off to Danny Johnson.
Danny Johnson's just going to sit up here. Now, Bobby, you've never played lacrosse before, but you know if these plays are called in from the sidelines, or if there's any set rotation. Oh, here's a cut man to Cole Cousineau, who shoots just a little in front of the goal and misses wide. Do you know if there's any rotation of plays they work on, or if they're called from the sidelines, or what's the deal with that?
I'm not totally positive, but I do believe that they try and bring in the plays from the sideline. I think Gavin Chamberlain, Coach Chamberlain's the one calling those in. And then they'll be set up by one of the middies. They got a pretty in-depth playbook as far as I know, though, Paul. Gavin really brought something to the table this year, and he's really working on having a pretty diverse offense.
Now it looks like whistle foul there on legal procedure call against Moeller. Danny Hill's rotating possession. Shot on goal by Danny Johnson. Scurry in front of the goal, and Moeller is going to retain possession. Oh, close call there for nice effort there by Moeller's goaltender. He just did a fabulous job there. He kept his head up, even though there were lots of guys. And Danny Johnson.
What a hard hit by Danny Johnson.
Yeah, he roughed them up. He sent him into next Tuesday, and it looks like there's going to be a timeout called here.
Time and time again, he is a freshman sensation.
Yep.
He's going to be a great player for Indian Hill lacrosse in years to come.
Number 29 goalkeeper Joe Lynch was a big goalkeeper. He's good up high, according to our man Sean Chamberlain. So with 38 seconds left in the first quarter, we got a stoppage of play. Just for fans' notes here, before the game was the Indian Hill JV team who pulled out an overtime victory against this same Moeller JV team, 7-6. So that was if that game's anything like this one, we might be in for another treat here,
It's got all the makings for a great game.
It's got the field. It's a crisp April night.
Well, Paul, we've been to several games this year, and I think this is the closest it's been at the end of the first quarter all year.
Oh, sure. Last game was Indian Hill played Louisville St. X, big school down in Kentucky, and it was 17-2. And the score didn't seem that close. When the bell was rung at the end. Yeah.
Well, the score was deceiving. Indian Hill, total dominance throughout the entire game. I believe it was 9-0 at halftime. It wasn't a pretty sight if you were a Louisville St. X fan.
Here's Moeller taking their time here. They've got 30 seconds left in this first quarter to do something with it.
It's Mark Lang up top with it, trying to make something happen, maybe calling a play.
Looks like they're going to do whatever they can to get something going. He passes it off to his man. He's going to get a shot on goal. Stopped by Chris Stokely. Scurry for the ball. Looks like Indian Hill's going to maintain possession. It's going to go down.
And there's Adam Tolliver.
He's got 10 seconds left.
He's got two defenders on him.
He's getting slashed. No call. There's not going to be any call here. And it looks like we're going to end the first period of play here with Indian Hill a 3-1 lead.
And time will run out in the first quarter. Great first quarter,
Great
Paul.
First quarter, everything we expected and maybe more, as both teams came out feisty, maybe a little too intense, and Indian Hill's now leading 3-1. So it's everything we expected, and still we're out of breath. Bobby?
Looks like the officials have taken Eddie Ferrugia's stick and are going to be testing it to make sure the pocket's not too deep. You know, I don't agree with that. You know, doing in the middle of the game, it just seems like it throws a guy out of his rhythm.
Yeah, it's a rule, Bob, and it's you know, they got to do it. You know, I agree with you in the fact that it seems like lots of guys could have that kind of stick, that deep of a pocket. But I mean, you know, I think that's maybe a rule they should look into. Maybe do that before every game. You know, just check every guy's stick. It wouldn't take any more than a minute, it seems, so they wouldn't have to, you know, do it in the middle of a game and, you know, take a guy's stick away. What's he supposed to do then, you know?
It's definitely a rule that I think that the OHSLA, the Ohio High School Lacrosse Association, should take a look into.
Yes, very, very good. Now it looks like we're going to switch sides here with the beginning of the second period. Indian Hill leading 3-1. Couple of fresh faces out there for Indian Hill. Number 7, that's the defenseman for Indian Hill. He's a big guy.
Ryan Bartel.
Ryan Bartel. Indian Hill face off here once again by Cole Kozanu, and Peter Cunningham's going to take him on, which so many people have done this year and failed miserably, you know. Looks like there's going to be an illegal procedure call against Cole, so yeah.
You won't see that much out of him.
Yeah.
He's generally pretty efficient with those face-offs.
So Moeller's going to kick off the second period with the first possession. They're going to swing it around, take their time here, as they're only down 2 goals. However, it looks like Ross Beckstrom really fighting his man for it. Matt McCall back there, he's being feisty with him. Moeller taking it behind the goal, looking for something to do. Passing it up, passing it up.
Braves doing a good job in keeping the Crusaders out and away from Chris Stokely.
Oh, great move by Moeller's. Was that number? I think that was number 10. Yeah, and another excellent.
Wow, great
play
defense by Ryan Bartel.
Ryan
We were just
Bartel.
talking about him earlier.
Yeah.
He's a big man, but he plays the position so well.
Sure. And he knocked that ball away. It's going to be Indian Hill's possession here. It's going to start off with Matt McCall. Hands it off to Ryan Bartel.
Once again.
Passes it back to Matt McCall.
Over to Matt
He tries
McCall.
to split 3 defenders.
Oh, wow.
And does.
Matt hangs on to the ball, splits 3 defenders on that play.
That might just be poor defense by Moeller because you got to collapse on that one and create no gaps. However,
You know, it really looked like a lack of effort on the Crusaders' part.
oh, it's really getting dirty down there as Sean Chamberlain tries to level number 9 of Moeller. But nevertheless, he's going to pass it up. He comes up, he passes it off to his man. Oh, there's going to be a flag on the play, but a nice defensive play nonetheless by Russ Beckstrom.
Well, Paul, we knew we were going to be in for a physical game from the first face-off.
Joe Thomas of Moeller just totally tried to level Matt McCaw there. He tried to send him in the next Wednesday there with a nice hit, and Sean Chamberlain saw that and responded back not so kindly.
I think that that foul there by Cole was almost him, trying to get even.
Yeah.
Cole's the kind of guy who likes to, defend his teammates, and he's not going to stand for too much of that.
And, this is the kind of game where these guys have, circled this on their calendar since last year, too,
Oh, yeah. Emotions are high. Testosterone's flowing. It's just.
Maybe a little bit too much for some. Oh, and a shot by Moeller. Shoots wide right, and it still remains Moeller ball. Now, Bob, explain that to me here. How do they decide who's out of bounds? Is it the last guy that touched it, or what's the deal?
It's the person who is closest
to
the ball when the ball goes out of bounds.
Chris Stokely with a nice save there. It's going to go behind the goal here, and hopefully he doesn't get too cute here, but it looks like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, you don't want to be too risky.
He passes it off to Adam Tolliver.
Oh, nice
Adam
play.
Tolliver's up.
Adam
and Hill's got
back
4 on
across
3.
midfield.
Oh,
he
nice
attempts a pass to Will
defensive play
Vollmer.
here by number 6 of Moeller. Oh, that's Victor Cortemache. He's got a Polish background, and he matched it there with his attitude.
I actually think that might have been Chris Walsh, Paul.
No, it's Victor Cortemache. I saw it. It's nonetheless an excellent defensive play there by Moeller. That was a goal situation there, unless you think otherwise, Bobby. Just let me know.
No, I totally agree.
Okie doke. Sean Chamberlain here. It looks like he's going to be double teamed. He breaks the double team. He passes it off to his man. It's going to get just wide right.
Miss. But good,
They're going to get possession back, though, as they were not the closest man to the ball.
Braves will maintain possession.
Sean Chamberlain out. He passed it off to Eddie Ferrugia.
Ferrugia.
He's going to get another shot. Oh, nice save by Yeah, big save by big old 29, Joe Lynch. Oh, and he gets the ball back. It's going to be shot. Oh, he gets it right off against Joe Lynch again.
Man.
And he's frustrated with himself because he thought that should have been a goal there.
Joe Lynch, 2 great stops at goal.
He's bringing out all the utensils tonight. He's stopping everything, you know.
Adam Tolliver with the pickup.
Passes it up to Eddie Ferrugia.
Eddie Ferrugia. Over to Sean Chamberlain.
He passes it off. Oh, and it's Scott Maurer can't handle it. And Joe Lynch is going to retain possession. Yeah, that was just a little too hot to handle for him, it looked like there. Nonetheless, it looks like it's going to be
Chris Walsh.
Chris Walsh.
Oh, and a nice D by Scott Maurer.
Oh, Victor Walsh is coming back, and he's going to be called there. Yeah, he came over the top with his stick.
Mike Dorn threw a little bit of a cheap shot there on number 30, Dave Overberg.
You know, like we've said before, these fans have been waiting for this matchup to come. Testosterone's floating about. You know, things can happen, you know.
Oh, I mean, you know, there's nothing more you'd like to do. You know, strap on the pads and, you know, just let them have it.
I'm sure that's what you're thinking of right now, Bob.
It's definitely been one heck of a game tonight so far, Paul. I mean,
Annie Hill swings it up top, swings it around, trying to get something going.
Up top to Danny Johnson. Over to Cole Cousineau.
And he's looking to see what's going on. As nighttime arrives here, it's about 8 o'clock. The lights are now on, and this is, you know, we thought the field was nice when daylight was out, but now that the lights are turned on, this will just turn into a magnificent scene here in the inaugural game of Tomahawk's new turf.
The field will look especially well tonight. You know, they got all new bulbs and all the lights this year, Paul.
No kidding.
Brand new lights.
They don't mess around. Here comes, looks like Ross Beckstermuller coming up.
Oh, and a nice hit. Oh,
by Alex Cole, but he's going to be whistled here.
Wow,
That's
that was a big hit by Alex Cole.
Hits.
I can't agree with that there. You know, that's just intensity. I mean,
yeah, that was the kind of hits we're looking for.
You know, if I'm Gavin Chamberlain, you know, I'll take intensity in plays like that all night.
It's better to be aggressive than conservative, even if it costs you a foul.
This is not a game to be passive in. I mean, people underestimate, I think, sometimes how much physical contact and durability it requires to, you know, play this game.
Nonetheless, Moeller's going to have the possession, as it's still a low-scoring ball game for Indian Hills. It's a 3-1 score. Shot on goal. Oh! Moeller gets a goal. Number 21, Mark Lang. He scores a goal for Moeller, and just like that, we're back to just a one-goal game.
Looks like Mark Lang may have caught the Indian Hill defense off guard a little bit, and that left Chris Stokely hanging out to dry.
Yeah, he shot low on Stokely. He went glove side, and Stokely just wasn't ready for it. And it was a great shot nonetheless by Mark Lang.
Well, it's 3-2 now. 8:08 left in the second quarter, and Cole Cousineau to take the face-off for the Braves.
Well, that's a momentum swinger there, Bob.
Maybe Mark Phillips to take the face-off for the Crusaders. Oh, I stand corrected. It is Lee Schneider to take the face-off for.
Looks like a timeout's going to be called by Moeller there. That's an interesting call. I think maybe they, Bobby, you think that's just a matchup problem there they saw, or what's
it had to have been. I mean, I can't think of any other reason why you want to break that momentum coming off a goal like that.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to get back to it. Looked like maybe you caught Indian Hill asleep. This gives them an opportunity to, you know, rethink what's going on.
Bobby Schmidt and Paul Nyhart joining you here from brand spanking new renovated Tomahawk Stadium. We got new turf. We got new light bulbs. We still got the same old scoreboard. And it's a 3-2 game. Bob, what do you think?
Well, you know, there's, you know, got a whole project of things going on here. You know, Tomahawk Stadium, the new field, the new light bulbs. And I think that yeah,
no doubt about it. It looks like this Indian Hill team's fired up to play. I mean, we saw them on last Friday night, and sure, they looked ready to play, but this new turf, this new atmosphere, they're ready to go. They're ready to dance.
Yeah, the scoreboard's definitely the next new thing for Indian Hill.
We got surveillance cameras, too. our cameraman for this evening. We got new middle school sensation, Paul Cassidy, who's coming up in the ranks. We got directing, we have Chris Lancaster, and we also have Clark Bryn tuning in.
Always yours, Clark Bryn, yo.
Clark Bryn has been with us for so long. And we also, along with the crew, we have Jeff Farmer, who's doing game, I believe, or doing hero cam, I believe, and Luke Wanell, who's doing the game cam. And we're back to action here. And it looks like for the face-off, there's still a scramble for it, and things are really getting dirty down there. Moeller comes up with the possession. They got a break here. It's a 3-on-3, but they're going to slow it down, it looks like, and try to set something up here. Oh, he overthrows it. Sean Chamberlain's the man there. He fakes out one man. He fakes out two. And, yeah, they're going to call him for offsides. Yeah, he came across the yellow line.
That's that line we were talking about earlier that those attackmen can't cross.
Right.
Sean was definitely over, and they called him for
He
it.
was very upset there, and I think maybe that was more at himself because there's no disputing that he was over that line.
Well, you know, he's the senior, he's the captain. You know, to make a mistake like that, that's not something that he wants to do, and it wasn't in his game plan.
Nonetheless, Moeller's going to have the possession as they're up top, trying to. Looks like a substitution issue down here on the Moeller sidelines, as maybe one too many guys have come on.
Substitution there.
Yeah, nonetheless, Moeller sets up a play. Oh, shot outside. Mike Doran gets by. Shot on goal, and it's just wide left of the goal, and it's a beautiful save by Chris Stokely. They went to his left side again there. That's the second time they've done that in as many shots. You see that, Bob?
I did. It was, it was a good shot on goal, but, just missed it by a little bit.
And a little bit can be a lot in this sport,
Yeah, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Telling me. Moeller's back up top on the offense. Trying to get something going.
Oh,
And that's overshot of Moeller, and it's going to
26,
be
Alex Urban
Indian
threw the
Hill's
ball
possession.
away a little bit, threw it just over the head of Dave Oberg, and he wasn't able to get it, so it'll be Indian Hill possession.
Just a careless mistake there by him. Looks like Cole Cousineau is going to get the ball back for Indian Hill. And Indian Hill is going to set up their full field offense here. As ever since about the middle of the first period, it seems like Indian Hill's been on the defensive front rather than getting the ball to their attackmen, who are arguably their better players than Eddie Ferrugia and Sean Chamberlain. Looks like Moeller's going to get possession here. They're going to try to get something going. Oh, a nice slash by Eddie Ferrugia to knock the ball free. And Wolf Volmer tries to knock it free, yet Moeller gets coming down. Nice defensive play by Ross Bexter-Mueller, and it's going to be Indian Hill ball.
I don't know what Coach Gavin Chamberlain said to the Braves coming out of that timeout, but they've certainly come out with a little bit of fire in their step.
Looks like the fire in the belly is definitely there, and they're coming out with some steam in their footstep. As a nice clock shot there on Scott Maurer by number 24 Moeller, Ryan Hansen. He was ready for that shot. That looked like a good clean hit to me, Bob.
That was quite a similar hit to the one that Alex Cold laid on Crusader earlier, and he was called for. If refs are going to call something like that, they got to call it both ways,
I thought it was a good clean hit, Bobby. It's something in the sport, that's what they're known for,
Yeah.
Good physical contact, yet afterwards, good sportsmanship,
Yeah, we hope to see good sportsmanship, and nobody can forget that horrible moment that we had 2 years ago, with the fight that broke out in the middle of the game. Order had to be restored by the Indian Hill Rangers.
Yeah, Matt McCaw gets pushed from behind there, and they're going to whistle the foul, much to the light of this Indian Hill crowd, who gives out a Bronx cheer, if you will, after that no call on just the previous play.
Indian Hill will be a man up once again.
Number 25, Drew Newman's going to be right in the pine and the penalty box for this one.
And Matt will start play for the Braves. Over to Cole Cousineau. Back behind the goal to Danny Johnson.
Matt McCaw coming back and passing around up top.
Matt McCaw playing a very good game. Very solid, fundamental game for the Braves at Mitty thus far tonight. He's been in. He has a goal. He's been in on several assists.
Sean Chamberlain passes it off.
Oh,
boy, shot by Eddie Ferrugia.
A little high by Eddie Ferrugia. Braves will retain possession.
He put a whole lot of mustard on that one. It just didn't go back to its homeland in the goal. Nonetheless, Danny Johnson passes it off back to Cole, who passes it off to Danny Johnson, who forgot something behind. Yeah, Didn't look like it. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Moeller possession.
No, and that's a freshman, playing in the big games, gonna make mistakes
He's
like
going to make
that.
mistakes, and I think the coaches realized that when they put him in there. But he's only going to learn from mistakes. So, nonetheless, good defense by Indian Hill. Nonetheless, Moeller's number 2, Brad Albrecht, breaks through it. He's looking for a man downfield, and he's trying to slow things down here after his nice offensive move. Looks like a whistle blow, and it looks like it's going to be a legal procedure there against Moeller, and it's going to be Indian Hill ball. Bobby, what'd you see there?
I definitely saw. Oh, we got an abrupt flag on the play.
Trying to figure out what's going on here.
Referee definitely saw something he didn't like.
No stranger to lacrosse games, but it seems like there's been a handful of flags here. Definitely a lot of penalties called earlier on, as we expected, as we knew this matchup would be a feisty one.
Yeah, there has been an abnormal amount of laundry on the field so far tonight, Paul. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah. It's Cole Cousineau. He's being double teamed here. He breaks through the trap of sorts. Oh, and he gets slashed.
Yeah, there you go.
And they're going to call the
Once
flag.
again,
Yeah,
there's
the
the
crowd's
laundry
looking
on
for
the
that.
field.
That had to have hurt
That'll
there.
be another penalty on Moeller.
Yeah,
I mean,
Cole Cousineau got slashed in his feet, yet had enough balance to keep going. Yet he's going to fire.
Beautiful shot by Cole Cousineau. He gets fouled. He brings it all the way down the
He comes
field.
down and puts it through, and it's
Rips it
now
and
a
puts it-
4-2 lead for this Indian Hill team that comes back and fires it in.
What a great shot.
Yeah.
Great play by Cole.
And now the flag is, I take it that's negated now, or are they going to put him in the penalty box nonetheless, or he's going to go in the penalty box. Yes, that's our stat guy Dan Coy has told us. He's our left-hand man. Yep.
And after all of that, Moeller's going to be a man down for another minute, Paul. I mean,
They can't afford that now, as that's now a momentum swinger. We're only 5 minutes from halftime. Our halftime show tonight is undecided at this point. However, we're looking forward to it nonetheless. Plenty of just enjoying the new turf.
hopefully we'll see what we can do. Maybe getting you folks, a few halftime stats so we can, play the numbers game a little bit.
There's going to be plenty of stats, as there's plenty of action so far.
And once again, Cole Cousineau comes away with the face-off. We've said it over and over again, Paul. He's very good at what he does.
That just shows his toughness, as after that last play, he got slashed in the foot, got up, and then went down to score the goal.
I mean, Cole's a tough kid. I mean, I've seen him grow up, all these years, and he's something else.
Yeah. Back to Danny Johnson, who's up top. Looking for a man. It's Sean Chamberlain. No.
Oh, no.
I thought he was
Sean
going to go
pulls
for
his
the
shot back
He fights
in.
off a man.
Over
It's
Danny
Danny Johnson.
Johnson.
He fires it to his man.
No, it's
low.
Nice
Indian
stop
Hill
by
recovers it
Joe
back.
Lynch.
It's Matt McCall. Back to Danny Johnson
Will
up
Fulmer
top.
tried to go low with it.
He's looking for his cut man in the middle. Looks like it's a shot. No, and it bounces just in front of the goal and bounces over. And nice possession here for Indian Hill, as they've gotten 2 good shots on goal and are really starting to move things around.
Braves still a man up.
Mark Phillips is still in the penalty box. And a pass by Sean Chamberlain goes in, and it overfires his man. Cole Cousineau goes to help out. He knocks the ball free, however, he can't get up in time. It's going to be
nice
Moeller's number
attempt by
21.
Matt McCall.
Mark Lang comes up. He's looking for a man. He's got a man. Shot on goal. Nice save by Chris Stokely. A nice shot by number 25, Drew Newman of Moeller, but just an excellent save by Chris Stokely to have nothing of that. Full timeout by
Braves.
Indian Hill, yes. As it looks like maybe Coach Gavin Chamberlain saw something there that he wanted to fix, or just I think maybe since his team was getting a little tired with only 3:30 left in half, he might as well use those timeouts to give his team a quick blow.
And I think after those 2, missed shots on goal, and I think he wanted to get him over there, talk to him maybe one last time before halftime, see if they can put another point or 2 up on the board, Paul. Gavin Chamberlain intensely talking to the Braves right now down on the sideline as they're huddled around him. Looks like he is directing his comments.
As is Coach Dan Shannon
toward
to
Adam Tolliver,
Moeller.
along with Sean Chamberlain, maybe trying to get a play ready to go in this last 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
As is Moeller coach Dan Shannon, who's down there feverishly talking to his team, trying to get something going.
Looks like a little few different words might be coming out of his mouth, Paul. It doesn't look like it's as positive things that are coming out of Gavin Chamberlain's mouth.
Well, when you're on the negative side of the scoreboard, you know, it's still early, though. Bob.
It's hard to smile when you're down, you know? Again, score 4-2. Braves are up. 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the second half. In the second quarter, I'm sorry.
We're going to resume play here after the timeout. With 3:30 left. I'm getting a little teary-eyed here. Actually, I'm just getting over a cold, folks, so if you just hang with them here. And back into play here, Drew Herman.
Drew Herman, I think that's the first time we've seen his number tonight.
First time he's come into action.
And he makes a quick exit.
As Ryan Bartell comes back in for him. Nonetheless, Indian Hill's down in scoring zone. It's going to be Eddie Ferrugia trying to shake his man off.
Trying to make something. Oh, nice
Behind
move by Eddie
nice
Ferrugia.
He's back there. He's dancing around. He's looking for a man.
Oh!
And he has.
Great shot by Adam Tolliver.
Just grazed by Adam Tolliver. Went into Matt McCaw's hands. Shot thingy and just put that thing right where it meant to be. And it's now a 5-2 lead for this Indian Hill team.
Eddie Ferrugia tried to convert with Adam Tolliver, who missed a pass, rolled right under his stick to Matt McCall, who picks it up and fires one in for the Braves.
Yeah, so now Indian Hill's got the momentum directly on their side going into half with 3 minutes left to play. At the face-off here, it's going to be
David Kiriakis.
David Kiriakis. He's fighting for the ball back, and everybody's fighting for position here. Oh, it looks like there's going to be a foul called on here. Now, Bobby, do you agree with a play like that, or when they're both scurrying for the ball like that, do you just let them play and see who can come up with it?
You know, the rules are the rules, but I think you got to give a little leeway, especially understanding what kind of game it is, and maybe let them, play it out.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Nonetheless, Moeller gets a shot on goal down there. It looks like
it's like pass intended for number 25, Drew Newman. Couldn't come up with it, and the Braves will gain possession.
Number 11, Chris Stokely, comes out of the goal again, something we've seen him do a lot tonight. He's got a man behind him. He passes it off.
Freshman sensation, Danny Johnson.
He passes it off.
Eddie
Shot on goal! And he'll get the rebound back. Shovel pass by Scott Maurer, no good. And an excellent play by the Joe Ledge.
Oh! Big hit! Big hit! And the flag fly!
And a cheap shot by number 21, the Moeller.
And the Indian Hill Braves are fired up. Chris Stokely, the goalie for Indian Hill, is going nuts.
And that's,
listen to that crowd, ladies and gentlemen. That is something else.
They'd like to see that kind of.
That is Division I lacrosse at its finest, folks.
You see one hit like that, the boy tries to come back with the answer, and they did it the illegal way, which is a no.
David Kiriakis really laid his stick right across the helmet of Crusader there. He won't forget that he's been hit.
Eddie Ferrugia swings it back to Matt McCall. He's already scored 2 goals today. So we're back to Cole Kuzma. Sets it back up to their man behind the net, so Danny Johnson.
Johnson to Chamberlain. Chamberlain working behind the net.
Come on, Braves! Looking for something to do. It's Sean Chamberlain. Fights off his man. Crossed over the middle. Eddie Ferrugia can't handle it. Sean Chamberlain comes back.
Oh,
gets wedged in between
Sean hit
4
the back.
men. Yeah, he gets wedged in between 4 men there.
I don't agree with that call.
And more hits. Ball's loose, ball free.
It's a free-for-all.
And it's going to go to Danny Johnson, who promptly tries to get out of there, but just gets hit by his sticks. He's getting back to Sean Chamberlain.
John gets knocked down. You knock him down, but you can't keep him down. He gets back up. Receives the assist from Matt McCall and throws it in.
That's excellent recognition by this Indian Hill team that snuffed out the fast break and did something with it, put it back in the goal, and it's now a 4-goal deficit for Moeller with 1:18 left. And as we said after that 4th goal, the momentum is definitely on Indian Hill's side, and Indian Hill's capitalizing on that momentum. Bobby.
The Braves are definitely pulling away now. I don't think that Moeller's being able to stay with the momentum that Indian Hill's supplying.
Nonetheless, Cole Kuzma once again wins the matchup. Indian Hill's going to have possession. He's got an open break. He looks for a man to pass to. It's Sean Chamberlain, whose shot is deflected over to the side of, well, it's going to be a mad scrabble for it here, and there's going to be a foul called. They're going to call the foul. It's going to be a shove on Indian Hill, and it's going to be a moeller ball here with just over 1 minute to play in the half.
1:01 remaining in the half. Crusaders will commence play. Oh, he got his pocket picked a little bit there. Struggling to pick up the ball.
Eddie Ferrugia trying to reach over the side there to get the ball.
Number 14, Jeff Lang.
And they're going to call too much time. Yeah. And this Moeller team's totally psyched out after this brave onslaught of goals. They're panicking right now, it looks like, and Indian Hill's capitalizing.
You know, haste makes waste, and, you know, Moeller just seems to be rushing everything.
You're telling me, Bob.
Man, struggling to pick up ground balls, not converting on passes. It's going to be an ugly night here if they don't get their act together.
Nonetheless, Indian Hill trying to capitalize with only 30 seconds left. They're trying to get a goal going. Yet, Scott Maurer gets the ball knocked loose from him, and Muller's going to put it upfield.
Scott
Adam
Maurer,
Tolliver fighting for the ball here.
Beaten all night, takes
and a
another
foul.
shot.
Number 27 of Moeller there was hanging on for dear life. Matt Huber on Adam Tolliver there, and a whistle on him, and it's going to be Indian Hill possession. No, it's going to be Moeller ball. I guess they called the foul on somebody else. Okay, Muller's got possession, and they're going to move it upfield with only 18 seconds left. They're going to try to do something with this.
Adam Tolliver playing good defense out up top.
The ball's
Adam
loose.
knocks the ball loose.
Free. Indian Hill's just got to be defensive at this point. They can't let another goal before half. Chris Stokely's got it. He launches it downfield to Ross Bexmiller.
Up to Ross Bexmiller.
He's got 1 second.
Braves got a 4-on-3.
And that's going to be your half. And at halftime,
and that's
Indian Hill Braves 6 and the Moeller Crusaders 2.
Dan Shannon better talk to his Moeller Crusaders and get them together. I mean, because if they come out and play a second half the way that they played the greater portion of the second
Bob,
quarter.
It looks like they played a very good second period all until about 4 minutes were remaining. And they just, looks like they collapsed. Maybe fatigue set in. Maybe Indian Hill finally got in their rhythm.
I'm not sure what it was. It might have been the depth of the Indian Hill Braves getting the best of them. You know, it's hard to tell from up here.
Yeah, nonetheless, we'll go into halftime with Indian Hill leading 6-2 against Moeller. We'll see you in the second half, folks. with a deadly face-off. It's Cole Cousineau back, and Moeller is going to get possession. We had an intense first half of play here as Indian Hill came out early, got themselves a 2-0 lead. Moeller came back to get it to 2-1, but Indian Hill just became too much and went out to get back to a 6-2 lead. Moore comes out here with possession, and it's going to be an early penalty already with 20 seconds left. And it is 20 seconds into this first half. Shot on goal, and it's going to be wide, and they're going to stop play with that penalty on Indian Hill.
The Moeller Crusaders didn't send up any stats for us, but we do have the stats for you for the Indian Hill Braves. We had Will Vollmer with 1 goal, Sean Chamberlain with 1 goal and 2 assists, Eddie Ferrugia with 1 goal, Matt McCall with 2 goals and 1 assist, Danny Johnson with 1 assist, and Cole Cousineau with 1 goal.
Yeah, you mentioned it before, Bob. Matt McCaw's really on his game, and he really looked fresh in that first half.
Oh, he's playing a great game. You know, he's really come out ready to play. I mean, he was pumped up for it. You know, talked to him earlier, and he was definitely ready for this one.
Pass by.
Moeller starts out.
Storming back is Mike Dorn.
Moeller starts out the second half the way that they
gets it out
left
to
it off.
Ferrugia. He looks to pass out to his man. Oh, he's surrounded by 4 Moeller defensemen. He shakes it off.
He's looking for a little help.
For a man. Cole Cousineau coming down. He passes it off to him. Indian Hill slowing it down here. A huge possession here.
A goal right here would really break their back, Paul.
Oh, it'd be a backbreaker, Bob. Here comes Cole Cousineau, and they're going to call I think he might have been in the crease there. They're going to call that, and it's going to be Moeller possession.
As I was saying, the Crusaders really picked up where they left off at the end of the second quarter there, end of the first half. Not playing very well, throw away a pass early, and that's not what you want to see if you're a Moeller Crusaders fan.
Yeah, the Crusaders are down behind the goal here, looking for something to go.
Entering the game for Moeller is Grant Windmeyer.
Oh,
and a goal!
Great effort by Moeller's number 30. He came around that goal. Dave Overberg came around that goal faster than a lightning bolt, and he just put that one away just like that. And, you know, he shaves this Indian Hill lead to 3, and it didn't look like Chris Stokely was expecting him to take that shot there. It looked like maybe he was thinking he'd come around there just to pass it off to another one of his men.
He was being blanketed pretty well. I mean, Cole Cousineau contested this shot, did a great job. Looked like he was on him, and, you know, Dave, you know, just made a great shot. Not much you can do about that.
No. So the Braves will take the matchup. David Kiriakis shoves the man out of the way, and he'll get the ball still free, and it's going to go back to the.
Flips it up.
It's up. Anybody's ball here, except it looks like Moeller is trying to get it, but they're being lazy with it. As Ross Beckschmuller comes to shove his man away. It's going to be Alex Cole. Breaks away, but they're going to call another foul on Indian Hill, and Moeller's going to get the ball back.
Both teams starting out a little sloppy here at the start of the second half, Paul.
It's a crisp, cold April night, Bob. I think that might have something to do with it.
Oh, the temperature since game time has probably dropped at least 10 degrees.
It's getting cold.
Kind of brutal out there.
Nonetheless, Indian Hill supplying superior defense. Eddie Ferrugia being relentless on D. Nonetheless, Moeller comes up with the ball here. Passes it off to the man who just scored Moeller's last goal, number 30, Dave Overberg. He still has the ball. He's looking for something to do with it. He passes across the middle. Great pass. Number 23 of Moeller, Mark Phillips. Great pass by Dave Overberg. And just like that, Moeller is back in this game and is at a 6-4 lead for Indian Hill. Now, Bob, it looks like Coach Don Shannon, of Moeller had something to say to his team at halftime.
I don't know what he said.
Immediately.
I don't know what he said to the Moeller Crusaders, but he definitely got them pumped up. I mean, they've come out 2 quick goals, and things aren't shaping up too well for the Braves here in the early second half.
Still plenty of ball game left in this game. The momentum is definitely changing. You can't tell that much. Nonetheless, it's going to be Cole Cousineau pressing it up here.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the Braves try and set up a little bit of their offense here.
Just try to slow things down.
Oh, yeah, try and slow things down. It's no different than any other sport. You don't want to let the other team gain too much momentum at any one point in the game.
Except that this sport was founded by Native Americans.
It's a fact a lot of people don't know.
Oh, shot on goal by Cole Cousineau. Just went high. Little known fact, this game actually was started by
Native Americans, yes. And coincidentally, we are the Indian Hill Braves, and they are the defending state champions.
So it's gambling, if I'm not mistaken. Nonetheless, yes, that's a good, excellent point, Bob. The Braves thing. Oh, nice play by Moeller's number 21. He presses it up. He's got a wide open
Scott
view,
Maurer.
but he comes back. It looks like Bobby had looks like number 21, Mark Lang, had an open view there at the goal, but I guess he wanted to slow things down. That's probably a smart play, as Moeller's definitely has momentum on their side.
Here's Stravaghi again with the ball.
Yeah. Number 10, he's shaking off Cole Cousin, also number 10. Very well. He puts a shot, but it's just wide to the right here. Looks like he tried to make.
I think it's going to be Moeller's ball.
Yeah.
Yes.
Looks like he tried to make a little bit too much happen there. Make a little bit too much out of nothing.
Number 21, Mark Lang, will bring the ball in for the Crusaders.
Good defense here by Ryan Bartel.
Yeah, really working them hard.
Yeah. It's like, up top more.
Ball back up top to Grant Winmeyer. Matt McCall playing D.
Not too aggressive, though. He's going to let him make the move. So it looks like he comes up on him a little bit more. Moeller playing pretty defensive here on offense, just trying to find a lead, just a crack in Indian Hill's defense. Here comes a shot around.
Oh!
Indian Hill's defense is just falling asleep.
25,
number
Drew
25,
Newman.
Drew Newman just popped through there.
Just
put
took his
shot in
man
goal.
to the goal. You know,
And Indian Hill is forced
he made a
to
break.
call a timeout. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We just talked about momentum. Moeller has every bit of it on their side, as it is just a 6-5 ball game. Well, you have to tip your cap to this Moeller Crusader team, as they've come out after halftime fired up, and they've just gotten several, looks like several easy goals on this Indian Hill defense. Maybe a little fatigue, this Indian Hill defense, I'm not sure, but they've got some work to do, or else this Moeller team could easily tie this game or take the lead back.
I don't know what's wrong with the Braves right now, but a total momentum shift, as you said, Paul. Moeller's got everything going for him. The ball is definitely in their court at this point in the game. But, you know, a lot of time to play. You know,
Plenty of time to play.
Coach Gavin down there looks like he's getting the troops riled up. You know, he won't let this thing go down without a fight.
7:42 left in just the third quarter, and Indian Hill now just has a 6-5 lead, and just 5 minutes ago they had themselves a 6-2 lead. But you know, this is lacrosse, and anything can happen, and something has happened. Indian Hill's now seen their lead shaved to 1. Nonetheless, this Indian Hill team doesn't look to be getting too down here, and they're going to come back, and hopefully they'll get pretty fired up.
I definitely think so. Looking down at the bench, it looks like Kyle Lear's trying to get the rake started. He tries to get that going, you know, at least once every game. You know, try and get, you know, everybody pumped up, try and get the crowd into it.
And another victory. Oh no, it looks like tough play on face-off here. The face-off in lacrosse is just so deadly. If you're unfamiliar with the sport, it's just vicious. So is Mike Dorn, who looks like he tried to play defense with this stick there, and they're going to call. I think they're going to call that a legal procedure actually on Sean Chamberlain. Moeller's going to have possession. It's going to be number 10 for Moeller, David Stravaghi.
I mean, that was a mistake. I think that might have been Sean trying to make a little too much happen. Yeah. You know, trying to be the true, you know, natural-born leader that he is. Maybe got a little away from him a little bit.
This is Sean Chamberlain's senior year, his last year. He's going to he wants this win probably more than anybody else. You know, you hear that a lot about a lot of guys, but he wants Indian Hill to be the first back-to-back city champion, which they would be if they win this game. So, nonetheless, Moeller's trying to come back here. They're trying to get find a leak in this Indian Hill offense or this defense.
Nice play
Good defense by Ross Bexmuller. He's playing
trying to get the ball.
Defense.
Contested by Alex Cole.
Just a mad-out fight for the ball here. Alex Cole playing vicious defense, and Moeller somehow gets out of the way of Indian Hill's defensive Corey. Shot on goal, wide left, and
Dave
it's going to be Indian Hill's ball.
Really pulled up and let it rip, and I mean, he wasn't very close on that one, a little wide.
But, you know, I think he had an open shot at the goal, and he just gave it a rip, and I like that shot. I like that aggressive shot. It's better than, you know, making that extra pass, you know, end up costing yourself a possession. But I like that shot because when you make it, you know, you say great shot, too. Here comes Chris Stokely out of the goal.
Stokely over to Alex Cole, who brings it upfield for the Braves. Over to Eddie Ferrugia.
Eddie Ferrugia, one of the Indian Hill's leading goal scorer for the Braves this year.
You know, for a lot of people, you know, one goal, you know, in a night is, you know, great, but for Eddie Ferrugia.
Eddie had a shot on goal there, but his shot was deflected. Excellent defense by Moeller's number 18, Neil Wonder.
And as I was saying, we're used to seeing Eddie score.
Moeller's got a shot on goal here. Shot on goal, and they have this
no.
game tied.
No!
Number 23, Mark Phillip. Just an excellent, excellent offensive series right there for Moeller as they found an open man, and it was just a matter of time. As you can't expect Chris Stokely to stop that kind of stuff.
Oh, I mean,
and he's asking for this crowd to get pumped up.
he's had minimal help by the Indian Hill defense thus far.
This Brave team has come out a little flat-footed, and now it's a tie ball game. So, you know, with only 6 minutes left, this is everything we expected and much more. As you know, this game's becoming a barn burner quite quickly.
And also, Paul, not only has the momentum shifted on the field, but it's also seemed to have shifted in this crowd here. The Moeller fans seem to be a little bit more excited and peppy than the Indian Hill fans were at the end of the second half.
Matchup here, it's going to be David Kariakis.
It's a real fight for the ball out there.
Number 6, Victor Cordomachi for Moeller. Still a fight for the ball. Who wants the possession enough? Still a loose ball, and it looks like Moeller's going to try to come up. This is an announcer's nightmare.
Oh, wow, Eddie Ferrugia.
He just decked the guy, it looks like, but he's going to be penalized for that, I think.
Looked like he hit Ryan Hansen, and his bell's definitely ringing after Eddie Ferrugia really let him have it.
Yeah.
You know, Paul, I've seen a lot of lacrosse games in my life, and never have I seen a point or a face-off like that.
Yeah, that was they're all intense, but that one was very intense. You're going head-to-head against the other guy. It's going to be a matter of intensity.
It's a battle of who wants it more, Paul.
Nonetheless, Moeller looking for a chance to actually get the lead for the first time in this game. They've got an excellent shots on goal all period long. As Indian Hill's now shrinking their defense and close to the goal. However, Alex Coles comes further out to try to get back the possession. However, it's for naught. Moeller gets a shot on goal. He flips it. And an excellent
nice
save
stop
by Chris Stokely. It's stopped. It's in front of the goal. Who wants it? Moeller gets it. As 2 great saves and heads-up play by Chris Stokely there. You just get this feeling here that Moeller's just running on all cylinders, and Indian Hill's just trying to get something going. As once again, Indian Hill's whistled for another penalty.
Flag. It
something
looks like
they
it's
cannot
going to be on Indian Hill.
Looks like Adam Tolliver. Something they cannot afford. Already one man down with Eddie Ferrugia riding the penalty box.
Indian Hill will now be 2 men down, and at this point in the game, that is not what you want to see happen.
Exactly.
You've got 2 great players out, especially a great shooter, an impact player in Eddie Ferrugia, and Adam Tolliver's no one to be taken lightly. Adams played a physical game tonight at Mitty, and you don't want to see him down there, you know, Paul.
Indian Hill's fighting for this ball here. They're going to try to get the possession back, but as we said, one of the keys to the game was getting those ground balls, and right now in the second half, Indian Hill is just not getting any loose balls. Looks like they're going to call legal procedure, and it's going to be Indian Hill ball. So maybe that's the break Indian Hill's looking for.
Wow.
Moeller had plenty of chances to score there. However, Indian Hill's defense held.
Dodging the bullet there with 2 men down. Eddie Ferrugia will return to the game from the penalty box, and Cole Kuzno will enter the game for the Braves.
And these fans are getting back into this game. However, Ryan Bartell cradles the ball, fouls loose. However, Alex Cole's back in it. He passes it off to Matt McCall. Matt McCall's looking for something to happen. He shakes his man. He packs it up downfield. He's looking for his man. He comes to the double team. He splits it. The ball flies loose. And it's going to come out to, well, it's going to be Moeller's possession here. They're looking to push it up the field.
Struggling for the ball.
Here comes Moeller. They got a 3-on-3 here. Looks like they're going to settle for the long shot. No.
No.
Looks like a little miscommunication here, but Ryan Bartell's going to chase for this ball. Level his man as Indian Hill comes back. Adam Tolliver gets the ball back.
Struggling
he's
to keep
getting
his feet,
harassed.
the ball.
He comes back. Looks like he's got a fire in his belly, and he's going to try to back and get that ball back. Bobby, have you ever seen this intense matchup before in any game like this?
I mean, I've never seen anything like it in a lacrosse game.
I'm out of breath here.
I mean, it's truly something spectacular. I mean, what a nail biter we're in for.
And, you know, we still only have 3.5 minutes left in this third quarter.
I mean, it's just going to keep getting better and better as time runs out.
I think this Moeller coach and both coaches are sensing that this game is getting so fast-paced that both teams are very fatigued, and that Indian Hill should probably try to calm things down.
Well, I mean, this is what you trained for. I mean, I know the Braves have been running and training and weightlifting, you know, since, you know, before winter started. some of them have been even working out since last fall, preparing for this season. So I think they should be in pretty good shape.
Nice move there by number 21 of Moeller, Mark Lang, to get a shot attempt alone as it just went left. But a nice move just to get a shot off.
Number 3, Grant Windmeyer with the ball. Brings it in on Matt McCall.
Oh, nice move. Nice move.
Oh, he's met by number 15.
Mike Dorn. Here comes Adam Tolliver.
Here comes Adam Tolliver with the ball.
He splits the
back
defense.
across midfield.
He's looking up. He's getting chased, and it just.
and he throws a pass a little bit over his head. Sean Chamberlain couldn't quite come down with it, but he's signaling to Adam Tolliver that not to worry about it, so that Adam keeps his head in the game.
Yeah, just a little bit too much adrenaline behind that shot, and he did it. Adam Tolliver did an excellent job just to split the defense to get enough going, but it looks like he might be a little fatigued. He's been out there for a while, so.
Adam Tolliver will exit the game, and a change of possession again. It'll swing back to the Braves before he knew it happened. Moore turned the ball over to the Braves, and Sean Chamberlain will bring the ball in for Indian Hill.
Sean Chamberlain runs into his own man there. David Kariakis, little miscommunication.
Up top to Danny Johnson, who appears to be setting up a play.
There's going to be...
I think it was failure to advance on Indian Hill.
Yeah. Indian Hill's played sloppy this entire period.
Danny didn't get the ball into the box in time, and as a result, it was a penalty. Oh, out of
we're getting pretty sloppy here.
Away again.
This cold weather, I don't know if that's playing effect or it is a cold, crisp April night here, but I'm not sure. But both teams are getting pretty sloppy here in the past minute.
Well, the sticks get cold, your hands get cold. It makes it very difficult to sometimes, bring in that ball. But I have a feeling that's a catch that he's going to make on a warm night.
I think we'll see both teams improve their play as we come into the fourth quarter. Nonetheless, it's still a 6-6 ball game here with 2:17 now 2:14 left in the third period. Indian Hill with possession, trying to get something going. Haven't scored all period while Moeller scored 4, trying to get an answer back here. He passes it off to Eddie Ferrugia, looking for a man to cut maybe. Get in the middle, get some kind of shot. He's got Danny Johnson, but he misses him. Moeller gets a chance here. They got a fast break.
Oh, and there's going to be a flag.
There's going to be a flag called too. Moeller passes it off. They get a shot at the goal here. Oh, and a nice save by Chris Stokely. He's been on his game today. He's allowed 6 goals, but he's had just as many good saves. Great saves.
Flag on the play. It looked like David Kiriakis may have hit the wrong man.
Yeah, that's apparent to me. But
I think he thought that somebody else had the ball, and they in fact did, and the refs are going to throw the flag on that every time. Yes, and Kiriakis will come out, and he's in the penalty box.
Now Indian Hill, once again, a man down, and that's something that they've not been unfamiliar with this entire half.
that's a story Moeller knows all too well.
Yeah.
After after first half like that, I stand corrected.
There's Moeller swinging it around, running man across the middle, trying to get something going, trying to penetrate this Indian Hill defense.
Moeller really working the perimeter. We didn't see much of that in the first half, and I think that might be part of Coach Shannon's plan.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Dave Overberg with the ball again, trying to make something happen. Mike Dorn defending.
It seems like the attack guys, they seem pretty immobile. They just, they're the offensive weapons, but is their specialty just scoring, or are they more multitasking than it appears?
They're more multitasking.
Oh, a shot on goal! Oh, and Moeller takes the lead.
With 47 seconds left in the third quarter, the Moeller Crusaders have just taken the lead over the Indian Hill Braves.
And that is a 5-0 scoring run by this Moeller team. As in the third quarter, Indian Hill's offense has shut down, and they have just completely become tired. Nonetheless, these fans are trying to get things fired up as this game's not over. We have 47 seconds.
Listen to that crowd, ladies and gentlemen.
They got new turf and new light bulbs. They're pumped up. They don't want to see a loss. Moeller plays an excellent, looks like that goal was scored by number 10, David Starvagi. As Moeller, everything's going right for them in this third period. Nonetheless, Indian Hill still playing fired up ball here. They're still trying to get something going.
You know something's wrong, Paul, when Cole Kuzno doesn't come up with the face-off.
Loose ball here. Loose ball to Alex Cole. He tries to press it up. He's looking for something to do. He's got a man chasing him. He's fine. He passes it up. He's looking for something to go. He's got a man down low. He's got Eddie Ferrugia. Eddie Ferrugia's got
over to Cole
Kuzno.
Cole Kuzno.
Oh,
and
he
he's
gets slapped from
de-sticked.
behind. Yeah. Excellent defensive play by Moeller. As this ball is still flying around, Indian Hill can't pick up the ground ball here.
Eddie Ferrugia going after the ball for the Braves.
Oh, and another jump ball. It looks like Eddie Ferrugia is trying to pick it up. He can't. Cole Kuzno is looking to pick off a guy. And finally a whistle's going to blow, and that's going to be the period. Well, ladies and gentlemen, exciting finish to the third quarter that saw this Moeller team come out extremely fired up and extremely poised and played an excellent quarter. And they took the lead 7-6 against this Indian Hill team that just looked totally befuddled.
We've had 3 good quarters, Paul, and what a transformation that the Moeller Crusaders have gone through, over the course of 1 quarter.
You really have to tip your cap because they played excellent offense, defense. They picked up all the loose balls and everything just went their way. But we still have 12 minutes left in this quarter. Indian Hill only needs 1 goal to tie, and with their powerful arsenal of Sean Chamberlain and Eddie Ferrugia, Matt McCaw, you name them, they can. They certainly have the firepower to get back into this game in just a matter of minutes.
Oh, definitely don't count Indian Hill out, and I think that they may even work better when they're down. You remember the state championship game last year, them coming, from behind to win. Pressure situations is what these guys do.
And this is a pressure situation. We're coming down to the final quarter, and the biggest game in the city this year in OHSLA's big-time matchup of the week.
I mean, I can't think of any place I'd rather be than here.
Lacrosse fans' dream right here is we're coming down to the home stretch here. It's going to be Cole Kuzno for Indian Hill taking this face-off against number 5, Chris Walsh for Moeller. We're coming down the home stretch.
And Chris Stokely
Buckle
once
your
again.
seatbelts. Here we go.
Chris Stokely once again trying to get the crowd fired up. And hopefully they can feed off of his enthusiasm and his fuel for the game.
Indian Hill just has to get something going here if they want to pick up this win. As we start off the final quarter of play.
Looks like Cole Kuzno going for the face-off again.
Looks like Moeller's going to pick up this ground ball. Mike Doran chasing. Fighting for the loose ball. Indian Hill comes up. Alex Cole has played an excellent game fighting for the loose ball. Plays feisty defense. Indian Hill's entire left side of the defense is empty. Oh, they had a shot attempt right there. Yeah, if that pass attempts there, you can count that one in.
Yeah, Drew Newman threw it a little high, and if he would have connected, that would have for sure been a goal.
But like we said, close doesn't count in this game, Bob.
No, it certainly doesn't.
Moeller once again trying to slow things down, and why shouldn't they? All the momentum's on their side.
Got to play a little bit stall ball, you would think, if you're Moeller right now.
You'd think so, Bob. Shot on goal. Oh, ill-advised shot from a good 15 yards there by Moeller's offensive, looks like midi there, Grant Widmeyer, who fired it high, and it's going to be Indian Hill's ball. So these fans are getting fired up as Indian Hill's got a big possession here, as they have been able to do nothing, absolutely nothing in the past 13 minutes.
I don't know why you take a shot like that, Paul. You got the lead. All you got to do is, play a time game, and he definitely threw the ball away, which gives Indian Hill an opportunity to get back into this one. Chris Stokely brings it out, as we've seen him do several times tonight.
He's not afraid to do that, and he's going to go all the way here.
He's taking it all the way down.
This is pretty weird, as the coaches don't like that decision at all, as he came about a good 50 yards there out of his goal, and he crossed his line, and we've trying to see him get his teammates fired up this whole game, and I think he might have been a little too fired up on that play, Bob.
Yeah, I agree. Being down, 1 goal, I don't know if maybe you should take it out that far, but you have to rely on, you have to trust Chris. He knows the position, and he knows the game, and if that's the decision that he felt was best, well, then I support him.
Here we go. Cole Kuzno defending, excellent defense.
Cole playing tough D on Grant Widmeyer, who's going to have a black and blue back after facing Cole tonight.
What Cole's doing, he's using excellent technique, and that he's using his body to defend instead of the stick itself. They teach that beginning of youth days. See how he's using his body instead of his sticks. For our young kids watching, that's just textbook defense. As Indian Hills, Scott Maurer comes over to help. Shot on goal, off the crossbar.
Looked like it was off the crossbar.
Yeah.
You're right, Paul. Ryan Bartel.
Ryan Bartel applying the defense. Oh, an ill-advised pass. That's going to go out of. No, it's going to stay inbounds. But
Alex Cole pick it up.
He's got heat from all sides here. He passes it off.
He flips it over to
Mike Doran, who can't get a hold of it.
He's struggling to get the ball. Oh!
And they're going to call a percent. Is that a procedure call, Bob?
I didn't catch that one.
Looks like they called a procedure call against Indian Hill. So Moeller's going to get the ball back. That's a tough break for Indian Hill that's been on the defensive front for most of this second half. Indian Hill needs the ball here. They're trying to play good defense.
Total role change thus far in the second half. Indian Hill's been mainly on defense while Moeller's been on offense, and it was the exact opposite in the first half.
Looks like maybe Indian Hill a little fatigued. Not Chris Stokely. He makes an excellent save.
Stravaghi took the shot.
Goes down with his defenseman. And Moeller still comes up with the loose ball. Indian Hill trying to match up, man up. Here comes Cole Cousineau, picks up the ball. He gets a shot in the face. He shakes it off. He's got to drive. He's got to
Cole
open lane.
Cousineau's
He's looking
coming
for a man to pass
downfield.
it to. He's looking. He can't find a man. He can't find a man. He's going to take it himself. He pulls up, makes a spin move, passes it off to.
Nice underhand pass to
nice little
Eddie
shovel pass,
Ferrugia.
Eddie Ferrugia.
Eddie looks behind the goal to Will Vollmer, but then he says no. Now Eddie goes to Vollmer.
Fires it off
to McCall.
Matt McCall, who's had 2 goals this game.
McCall trying to get a look
He's
to Eddie
gonna cut-
Ferrugia.
Ferrugia
He takes a
just
shot, but
wide
it
left.
was just wide.
Yeah.
Just
We
wide.
had a great camera view from here, ladies and gentlemen. You saw that shot. Yeah, it looks like Moeller's number. Great
And Ross
defense
Beckschmuller
by
comes
Ross.
up with it.
Indian Hill has to push this ball up. They've got to do something. There's 8 minutes left in this game. Indian Hill's down 1. They need some sign of momentum.
Looks like Scott Maurer with the ball. Flips it off to Cole Cousineau, who will then turn it over to Matt McCall. McCall looking for something. Danny Johnson now enters the game for the Braves. McCall makes a break to the goal.
He's going to pass.
Matt McCall to Will Vollmer for the goal. That was something else.
Matt McCall has been all on his game today. That's 2 goals for him.
Something else.
And another 2.
Will
Vollmer with the goal, and the assist for Matt McCall. A thing of beauty, and maybe that is the key to light the fire.
That's the
to this
second
Indian
goal
Hill
tonight for Will, and that'll be the second assist for Matt. Matt McCall again just having one heck of a game for the Indian Hill Braves.
This Indian Hill team showing that they still have life, they still have the fire in their belly. And we have a 7-7 tie with 7.5 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen, in the 4th quarter of the biggest game in Cincinnati this year.
And you know, the one constant through this entire game has been Matt McCall for the Indian Hill Braves. Wouldn't you agree, Paul?
Yeah, he's played on his game, played consistent, healthy level of everybody else. Right now, Indian Hill's looking for
David
the ball
Kiriakis
back.
goes for the big hit, but misses.
He's
D-sticked!
Can't get the ball.
He's D-sticked by Mike Doran!
Mike Doran gets it on to the shot.
Will Vollmer! Oh, my Will Vollmer!
And just like that, Indian Hill is
Ladies and gentlemen, Indian Hill has taken the lead.
Will Vollmer once again strikes in a matter of 30 seconds.
That is goal number 3 by Will Vollmer, ladies and gentlemen.
It started with the D-stick by Mike Doran on defense, and ended with the excellent shot by Will Vollmer on offense.
Wow, that was something else, folks.
And like we said, Indian Hill had enough firepower to come back into this game.
He was assisted by Eddie Ferrugia.
We got an 8-7 matchup here. Indian Hill now winning. Cole Cousineau slings a shot from around 15 yards. That doesn't go.
Maybe
now
not
Moeller
the
has a
best
chance
shot.
to break away. It's going to be number 24.
Matt McCall
for
giving
Moeller breaking
chase.
up. It's going to be Ryan Hansen. It's passed off to number 30 for Moeller. He shoots, and he puts it in. And in a matter of 15 seconds, he ties this game back up.
Like that, Dave Overberg with a shot. Sneaks it right past Chris Stokely. I don't know how that one got in there.
That's just an excellent play by this Moeller team as Indian Hill scored 2 goals in a matter of 30 seconds. They come right back and put another one in.
And it's
showing
now a
great
tie
poise.
ball game.
And we now have a tie ball game.
This is going to come down, Paul, to who has it last. I can feel it right now.
Yeah.
We've said it since the first quarter. We're in for a good one. It has been nothing but that. As Cole Cousineau squares off to take the face-off against number 5, Chris Walsh.
Indian Hill trying to get this ball back and trying to retake the lead that they held for such a short period of time. The ball flies loose, but it's not going to be far enough for the attackman to get. He's got timeout.
Timeout, Moeller.
Timeout against Moeller with 6:30 left. Looks like Moeller's getting a little tired perhaps, and their coach wants to change something up here. As Indian Hill's fired up, Moeller's fired up, we're fired up, everybody in the stands is fired up. We got a barn burner on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. It's an 8-8 ball game, and we got 6:30 left in this game. Bobby, we said at the beginning this game was going to come down to the wire, and boy, are we looking like geniuses right now.
Yeah, it looks like we really know what we're talking about, Paul. I mean,
for once.
we've seen these games over and over again. I mean, you and I travel around, we see plenty of lacrosse games, and you know when it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, this is all the makings, and right now in an 8-8 ball game, every single pass, every single shot, every single check, every single slash makes so much of a difference because it can make the difference of a win or a loss, which can in this game make the difference between a city title or not.
I mean, everything counts, at this point. Doesn't look like those mistakes though that happened early in the first half on Moeller's behalf has really been an issue for him.
And ladies and gentlemen,
listen to that crowd.
This crowd, they've seen the turf, they've seen the light bulbs, they're pumped up.
That Indian Hill crowd is really getting them going, ladies and gentlemen.
I haven't seen a stadium this pumped up since the graduation in 2002. This is something.
Chris Stokely really trying to get that crowd pumped up again.
As is this Moeller crowd. This Moeller's had a nice showing tonight. They've played an excellent game, as this Indian Hill team has also. With 6:30 left, it's going to be Moeller possession in an 8-8 ball game.
It looks like Dave Overberg once again will bring the ball in for the Crusaders. Trying to make something happen.
Mike Dorn playing a very tentative defense, it looks like there. Oh, and another shot on goal. Saved by Chris Stokely.
By Chris Stokely.
Ryan Bartel
brings it out. Looking for something, looking for some help.
He finds it,
Gets it up to
Ross Bechermuller comes up with it. He's got an open field ahead of him. He's looking for a man to pass to. He finds Danny Johnson. He can't come up with it.
Oh, no.
And Sean Chamberlain
makes
loose.
a nice play to
it's going to be David Kiriakis with the ball.
Kiriakis picks it up. He gets hit, but he maintains possession, and he's going to start things over.
An excellent play on defense by Sean Chamberlain.
For the ball.
A pass. Scores another goal.
The assist from Sean Chamberlain to Eddie Ferrugia, who converts running across the middle. That was something else, ladies and gentlemen.
Leading goal scorer for Indian Hill with 35 goals in the season.
I mean, look at me, Paul. I have chills. This is unbelievable. This game is something else. And it's not because he's standing next to me, I'll tell you that much. And it's a 9-8 score. Indian Hill now output the lead with 5:30 left. But as we just saw a good 2 minutes ago, Indian Hill must stay on their game, continue to play aggressive, and not let this Moeller team come back. Coach Shannon for Moeller can't be happy to know that number 39 and number 20 are opposite him.
Cole Cousineau picks it up. He's looking for a man to come down. He's swarmed by 2 more defenders, so he passes off to Eddie Ferrugia. He passes it off to Danny Johnson behind the goal. He's having trouble picking it up. That's his second ball he's dropped so
number
far.
27,
oh, but he slashes it loose.
Oh, Will Bowler picks it up.
He picks it back up. He fights off another man.
He flips it over to Eddie Ferrugia. Sean Chamberlain! Oh!
Shot on goal, blocked. Excellent block by Joe.
Great stop. Great stop.
Excellent pass to get it to Sean Chamberlain. Just couldn't put it in the breadbasket. Nonetheless, Moore pulls it down.
That's all right.
Oh, he leaves it behind.
Come on. You know, Sean will take 50 of those shots, and he'll make 49 of them. You just happen to catch him on that one.
Yeah. We've seen lots of things tonight, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's a fact, Bob.
Moeller playing kind of tentative all of a sudden. I don't know if that's in their best interest with 40-30 going to go in the fourth quarter.
I think maybe this Indian Hill crowd starting to get fired up has something to do with it. Nonetheless, Moeller's number 10 playing aggressive offense, David Starvagi.
And he's Polish.
Oh, another shot on goal that just went off the helmet of Stokely, who died. White ball by Stokely. No lunge down. Went full extension.
Hustled for it.
And he's punking out his guy. You gotta love that aggressiveness, you know. He's not afraid to stand back there and, jaw a little. That's fine from your goalie. You don't see that often, and that's a shame. Nonetheless, Scott Maurer tries to pass it up. He breaks against three defenders.
Over to Cole Cousineau.
Cole Cousineau, who's been in Indian Hill's
seeing the
man
ball
tonight.
in his hands.
Indian Hill with the 1-goal lead at this point with just under 4 minutes left in this game. Cole Cousineau is still up top looking for somebody to pass to. Oh, he shoots the goal and it just went high. His release point was just a little too early.
Fires high. That's all right. Cole's not a bad guy to have taken shots when the game's on the wire. He'll make those.
Bob, do you agree right now of maybe trying to slow things down and
if
trying
you're
to kill
Indian
some
Hill,
clock?
I definitely think that you need to slow things down. And that is not in their best interest. That is the last thing I think Coach Gavin Chamberlain wanted to see at this point.
From his senior leader, Sean Chamberlain just got a little lazy there, looks like, and he sailed that one over Matt McCaw's head.
That's all right.
Yep. Nonetheless, it's going to be Moore's possession here.
Danny Johnson in the game for the Braves. Scott Maurer exits.
Number 3 for Moeller getting down the field. Grant Woodminer getting it down pretty easy. However,
Moeller
looks
had
like
too many
there
men
might
on
have
the
been too
field,
many men on
but-
the field, but a no call. There, wait, looks
There
like
it
a
is.
call, yeah. Illegal procedure against Moeller, yeah. Yeah, possession's going to go to the Braves.
I don't think-
Oh, they got an open shot here. It's
Eddie
going to be Eddie
Ferrugia.
Ferrugia. He spins back, fires the goal. Eddie Ferrugia, a man of the hour, puts one back in the goal. And just like that, Indian Hill now has a 2-point lead.
That's goal number 2 for Eddie Ferrugia, and that one right there couldn't have come.
Goal number
Stand
3,
corrected, goal 3. That one couldn't have come at a better time for the
That's
Indian
just
Hill Braves and Eddie Ferrugia.
great on-field recognition by Eddie to know where he was, know where his opponent was, to shake him off, spin around, and just put that one right in the breadbasket. He did that with ease.
Oh, he did. He went upstairs on Joe Lynch, and he didn't even know what to think of it.
Yeah. I think this crowd's definitely back for Indian Hill, and it's now a 2-point advantage for Indian Hill. Scramble for the ball here. They're going to call.
And Paul again.
The call's going to be on. The call's going to be against Morris. So it's going to be Indian Hill possession, and it's going to be Indian Hill possession. Now, Bob, do you suggest maybe running some clock here, trying to kill some time? Or
Yeah,
you stay aggressive, take advantage
I think
of
you
the
need to
momentum.
kill a
and
little
put
bit of
it-
clock here. You know, you got the ball in Sean's hands. I think that's what Coach Gavin's thinking right now.
Well, to play devil's advocate, I
Oh,
agree.
oh, definitely. You know, to refer back to that momentum change, though, you know, we've had a total momentum switch once again. It went from Indian Hill to Moeller, and now it's back to the Braves, and it's great timing for him.
Matt McCaw dishes it off to his man. Will
Throws
Vollmer
it
behind
to
the
Will
net
Vollmer.
gets it. Looks like he hesitated on
Maybe
making a pass.
second-guessed himself a little
Oh,
bit.
and a kick off Moeller, and it's going to be Indian Hill ball with 2 minutes and 35 seconds left in the biggest game of the year in the city of Cincinnati. 10-8 lead for the Braves. Bob, we've all been in this situation before, the pressure situations. For, seniors like this and stuff, do you think it really matters to them, or is it just another day at the office? Sean Chamberlain goes by for a shot on the goal. Bobby, your thoughts?
Oh, I think to these seniors, this is every game they cherish because, it's a great game and they love it. And not a lot of these guys may be going on to play at the next level.
Yeah. Nonetheless, it's going to be Matt McCall passes it off to Cole Cousineau. Good defense by Moore's number 30, Dave Overberg. Anticipated and try to go for the steal. Nonetheless, Cole Cousineau with just under 2 minutes left to play. He spins around. He's got a shot on the goal. He shoots at the goal.
Oh!
Blocked by Joe Lentz. Excellent block.
Nice stop.
Moeller has to hurry. They need 2 goals in the
Scott
minute and a half.
Maurer giving chase.
Moeller's going to have to field. They got an open chance. They got a pass off. Oh, yeah, that's just a good
Chris
effort.
Stokely comes up with it.
Yeah, it's a good effort by number 25 of Moeller, Drew Newman. However, it was just too little too late as he was on his butt trying to put the ball in the goal. Nonetheless, it's Ryan Bartell coming down here. Timeout. Looks like a timeout on Indian Hill. And with a minute and a half left in this game, Indian Hill has a chance here to win the city championship as they have a 2-goal lead. Bobby, we're coming down to the wire here. It's the final quarter. It's the home stretch.
It's
We've
definitely
talked
been
about
nothing
this
but a
moment the
nail
whole
biter.
game. Your thoughts on what might happen?
I think Indian Hill's going to come out with the big W here. I mean, credit Moeller. You might say I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, a little bit ahead of the game, but it's been a great game, and Indian Hill, I think they've played better.
Yeah, I think I'd agree. I mean, you have to tip your cap to both teams. Moeller played excellent in the third period, who could have just called off the Dogs and went home and settled with they were down 4 and they could have just called in the Dogs and let Indian Hill run away with this one. But no, they went out and actually took a one-point lead at 7-6. But Indian Hill stormed back, went on a 4-1 run and took care of business.
I mean, Moeller, who did a complete 180 at halftime, to come out here and to score. How many goals did they? 6 goals in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, this is what you practice for, you condition for, everything like this moment. A minute and a half left in this game. Indian Hill calls a timeout. It will be their possession, and it will be their lead at 10-8.
I'm looking outside right now, Paul, and it looks like the Indian Hill section is all smiles, and Moeller section has really quieted down quite a bit here in the past 5 minutes.
Everything has changed, and if Indian Hill wins this game, everything will change, as they will be the first back-to-back city championship in the history of Cincinnati lacrosse.
And the Braves will remain undefeated on the season.
It's going to be Matt McCall, who's played an excellent game, handling the ball, and it's a procedure call against Indian Hill just that quickly. Wow.
That's just what we talked about, Paul. Not
That's
what you
exactly
wanted to
what
see
Indian Hill
if you
didn't
were
want.
an Indian Hill Brave.
Oh, here we go. Moore's coming across. They've got several open men.
Over to Windmeyer.
Coming back is Matt McCall, coming hard.
Matt McCall looking to play some
He slows him
tough
up.
D.
Moeller cannot dilly-dally here. They only have a minute to score 2 goals.
They got to stop playing around, get serious here or else.
Scott Maurer playing aggressive defense. We got a shot on goal. It's going to be wide left, and it's going to be Indian Hill possession thanks to the hustle of Chris Stokely.
Due to a lack of hustle by the Moeller Crusaders on that, not really showing much effort for it. It looks like they might have already packed up and hopped on the bus.
Nonetheless, Matt McCall is coming up. He's got 45 seconds to kill for Indian Hill to win this city championship, technically.
Matt McCall with the ball. Looks like he's playing a little bit of stall ball. Grant Windmeyer playing D on him.
He's got to play aggressive D. Matt splits the defense.
Oh,
the guys all over him like a cheap suit, and they're going to call it, it looks like, yeah. He was wearing him like he was a second layer of clothing, and the ref finally called
He was covering him like, flies cover manure. You can't do anything about it.
25 seconds left in this game. Indian Hill just needs to play smart ball right now, and they can take their 10-8 victory to the barn.
John Chamberlain with the ball right now. I think he's going to hang on to it.
He's going to try to hang on to keep the ball in the best.
It was for With 13 seconds left in the game,
and that,
John Chamberlain,
ladies and gentlemen, will put it on ice.
Joe
John
Lynch.
Chamberlain. Indian Hill gives the ball to their best man in the toughest situation as they put on their number 2 guys now, just to give themselves, just a little warmth and cheer. It's an 11-8 lead now for Indian Hill, and you really have to tip your cap to the Indian Hill team for coming back and for this Moeller team that played so hard in the third period as the fans file for the exits.
Yeah, I think that the Moeller fans have definitely called it quits as the Braves are sitting on an 11-8 lead right now.
Certainly not a perfect game played by the Indian Hill Braves, but it was definitely hard-fought, tough, scrutinized battle that they just fought and totally played all their hearts out. As we wind down the final seconds, Indian Hill has defeated Moeller and the 2003 matchup, the inaugural game on the new renovated Indian Hill Tomahawk Stadium turf. It was IHTN's first match of the season. Bobby, your closing thoughts?
Oh, it was a great game. Both teams played really well. It was a battle down to the wire, and I think the Braves just wanted a little bit more. And what a great game to christen this field with.
For the Indian Hill Television Network, I'm Paul Nyhart alongside Bobby Schmidt with coordinating producer Dennis Stubbs, Chris Lancaster, Clark Bryn, Luke Wanell, Leighton Stone, Jeff Farmer, and Paul Cassidy. We're saying so long from Tomahawk Stadium and see you next week.
So
guys.
long, everybody.